some of the things that we learned with public cloud. By all means, interrupt with questions and so forth. Try to make it. We've got a small group, so we can definitely make it as much interactive as possible. So one of the things that you saw in the title, professional cloud, what exactly does that mean? Well, basically, professional clouds are for firms that rely on computing resources to run their business, to actually deliver, if you will, project-based or short-lived, campaign-based type of work. So we've got interactive agencies, solution resellers, web designers, online gaming, online publishing media. Essentially what all of these folks have in common is that they need online resources to deliver their services. What they also have in common is that they absolutely require their ability to deliver their services is very closely tied to the quality of those services, the availability of a web server, the availability of bandwidth, making sure that stuff doesn't go down. So in December and January of this year, December of last year, January of this year, we joined with Growing Business to do a SME study where we looked at the main issues that businesses are facing today. Managing cash flows for these professional firms is definitely there. It's probably a kind of a mainstay at this kind of firm. Scaling hosting needs up and down, being able to respond to the big effect of a particular campaign. In a situation where if you launch a great, fantastic website, you wind up crowdsourcing something, you wind 3-5 times the traffic that you expected. Congratulations, your campaign is fantastic. Unfortunately, here's your IT bill. Right? You just lost a lot of money because you didn't forecast correctly. So scaling the budget and scaling your needs to sort of address that's something that businesses are facing sometimes after the fact. Dealing with jargon. There are a lot of professional firms that are expert in what their customers are trying to do, building websites, taking care of law practices of other SMEs, their own customers. And having folks around that are talking about gets and puts and API calls and this and that, and whatever, it could be very overwhelming. And a lot of these firms don't have that talent on hand. And then last but not least, of course, security concerns. My website and my client's website and my campaign is essentially sitting out there in the cloud. Who's managing it? Who's watching it? Who's got access to it? Can I get it back? Is it mine? Where's it going? Is it being hijacked? Is it being DDoSed? What's going on? So, compounding those particular problems, there were some systemic problems to public clouds that we at Peer 1 had recognized. The public clouds are quite difficult to use still. A lot of them have API calls. A lot of them are accessible by programmatic interfaces. It's kind of silly. If you want to store something and you don't have an interface, there's no Dropbox type of drag and drop type of interface that's already being built. A lot of storage clouds, S3 for example, you wind up having to write a get, a put, fetch, whatever. Actually, a little bit of an interface to actually use that stuff. Then once you finally penetrate the development portion of it, you wind up not having as much control over the resource like you need. So you're basically stuck with a small, medium, large, extra large, as if you're buying a t-shirt. If you have an application or if you have a website that requires a lot of CPU but not a lot of RAM, not too bad. You're going to get those CPU cores, you're going to have to pay for the RAM and the storage that goes with it. If you have a situation where a catalog that needs a lot of RAM but doesn't need a lot of CPU, well, too bad. Again, to get that RAM, you're going to need to get all these additional CPU resources. So there's not a lot of flexibility out there. Pricing is impossible to forecast, and it's impossible to penetrate. There are a lot of a little bit fine print around. Well, if you get so many cores, and if you set up and buy the hours like this, and then here's your cost for storage, and here's your cost for support, and by the way, we'll charge you 10%. a lot of that stuff is very difficult to make sense out of. There are some public clouds out there that basically charge you by CPU hour, by RAM hour, and they're different, and they add up together to some sum at the end of the month. And it's very difficult to understand what that is, particularly for professional firms that don't have these developers on hand to kind of get in there and get into the nuts and bolts of how does my website talk to my database back end and figure out my costs. Seriously? It doesn't, you have to basically understand your website and understand your solution before you build it to figure out what your cost is going to be. Well, that's sort of backwards, because how are you going to be able to bid on a project if you don't really know what your overall cost envelope even looks like? So applications, so once you figure all that stuff out, you write an application for these kinds of public clouds. You write against a particular API that does the gets and the puts and makes the servers come online and go down and scale up and scale down and give you the storage and so forth. You're now locked into a black box installation. So congratulations, you've gone into the cloud, but you're sort of stuck there because those API calls are not necessarily transferable to other clouds. And then support is kind of hit and miss. There are a lot of resellers and there are a lot of referral sort of folks that literally slap their name on an interface and they resell somebody else's cloud. And try to reach them for support. They give you a really great price. Margin's very good. If you try to get support, good luck. If your server's going down, they're not really the ones that are managing the service. You're pretty much stuck. So PeerOne's approach was to come at it from essentially 4 different perspectives. And the first one is, let's make it solution-centric. Let's start off providing a public cloud that actually starts you off with a solution right away, not necessarily with having to install a server from scratch. Let's provide folks with customization so that this way you get the exact resources that you need. Whether you need a lot of CPUs and a little RAM, or a lot of RAM and CPUs, whatever, customize it the way you need it. And also have the ability to customize those resources over the life cycle of the project. When you're developing a project, frequently you require just a little bit of RAM, a little bit of CPU, all the functionality gets implemented. But by the time it actually goes out into the market and actually into production, you need to scale up. And maybe you need to scale up RAM, maybe you need to scale up CPU. Well, you should have the flexibility to do both. You should have the flexibility to pull in resources that you're not using. Professional features. This is a professional grade cloud, so we have to be able to provide enterprise professional grade features that you would have as if you were to run your own business. Well, because you are. So things like firewalls, persistent SAN storage, physical GPUs, auto-scaling, all the kinds of things that you would expect us to have in an enterprise-grade cloud, you should have those technologies should be available. Be careful of public clouds that provide you with local storage in a server, that 2 drives rated together. Nobody's watching those drives necessarily, or if they are, you're probably paying some sort of fee for that. Instead, take a look at SAN storage that actually has dual fiber channel, that has essentially that's configured for performance, and it's configured also for redundancy, and has a staff that's watching the little drive lights every 24/7 and can replace drives if they're broken. That's the kind of stuff that you want to run your business on. And then last but not least, you need to be able to have live support 24/7. If in the middle of your campaign something goes wrong, somebody's deciding to I don't know, play games with your website, competitors do that all the time, hijack the website, hijack DNS domains and so forth, you basically need to be able to call somebody. And last but not least, no surprises billing. When the price that you sort of selected and all the resources and whatnot that you saw up front, that's what you should be able, that's what you should expect to see there. So solution-centric, this is one of the things that for some of you that I told you a little bit about earlier, is that this day and age you'll see customizations where you don't necessarily need to start with a blank server with a command line. You can essentially start with, for example, in our situation, with a Standing Cloud, which is a partner of ours that basically provides you a catalog of over 100 different solutions. This particular one happens to be WordPress. They've got Drupal, they've got Joomla, they've got OpenCRM, they've got Magento, they've got a bunch of other commercial, professional-grade stacks. They provide support on. You get started with them, you select what you need. It automatically configures the backend servers that you need for that installation, whatever it is, and you just get going up and running. In this particular situation, WordPress, from the time you select WordPress to the time it's up and running, about 10 minutes. As opposed to 45 minutes to an hour for an experienced system administrator to start off with a blank server and a WordPress.org download. Better customization. Take a look at clouds that basically provide you the ability to select the number of CPUs, select the amount of memory that you need, down to the discrete component. This is truly what you should be looking for. We also have the ability, for example, to auto-scale. And auto-scale basically means that if your website experiences or if your solution experiences a hit in visits or what have you, then CPU or RAM load will go up. The service should be able to just sit there and watch it, make sure that it recognizes, aha, there's additional load coming in. It should be able to spin up additional cores that you need, bring on board additional RAM that you need, then have it go away when the load is no longer there. These are the kinds of features that you should expect in a professional grade cloud. This is kind of new, and it's pretty. This year you'll see a lot more of this. Essentially, physical servers being coupled together with virtual servers in a cloud environment. So essentially, in our situation, we're announcing physical GPU servers, where basically from you're ready to go once you select the number of nodes that you need. And how many hours you'd like, from their bare metal box to the time that you can actually log into it and actually start using it about 15 minutes. So why is this important? Well, if you're doing, for example, rendering, if you're an agency that specializes in render farms, or in the case of, I don't know how many of you saw or follow HBO's True Blood series, one of the things that they do is they have, as a fan, you go to their website, you upload an image of your face, and they morph that, they render it into the sequence, sort of a preview of your vampire you're acting at, various things. So there are very enticing, sort of very content-rich applications in physical GPUs and rendering that is currently happening. This is something that these kinds of features are absolutely what you should be looking for in a public cloud. Seamless integration between web front ends, physical GPUs that basically provide you with short lead times. So within 15 minutes you can just start working on it. True physical servers, server class hardware, dual Xeons, not Core 7 high-end gaming boxes. Those are not the kind of things that you want to run your cloud on. Be careful of that. And last but not least, they provide you with true seamless hardware and hourly billing, right? So that you're only using these resources when you need them. Make it so that your VMs, your web servers are seamlessly integrated with physical boxes. The interaction between these two and the amount of resources and such that goes back and forth between your web front ends, your databases, your repositories, these physical machines. You shouldn't have to worry about them in terms of pricing. You shouldn't have to worry about that in terms of, let's see how you architect this. You should just work. And also professional service. The cloud has to be, above all else, no matter what the features are, it's got to be reliable. It's got to be up. It's got to be running. You have to have essentially support 24/7. It just has to be there. Not something extra. Not something that here, pay another $100, pay another 10% of whatever. Professional grade clouds have to have this built in. You shouldn't have to worry about inbound bandwidth or having to pay for bandwidth between the servers that you've got in the cloud. There are some services out there where you've got to look closely. The different servers that you stand up, virtual or physical or what have you, you might get charged between the traffic between those two different servers. Again, having to require some developer, expert coming in, taking a look at your solution, trying to dissect it, trying to figure it out. And you'd be surprised. We've got customers that told us every 2 to 3 months they've got senior grade developers going out there trying to tune their application to minimize the cost, this cost here. I think that when your application scales up or scales out, it's a huge website. It can easily be in the tens of thousands of dollars a month. So imagine that, senior developers going out there trying to figure out how to reduce costs as opposed to figuring out how to implement new functionality. So be careful not to get caught in that. So cost has to be essentially a variable between the resources that you're consuming and bandwidth going out there. That's it. That's what state of the art looks like today. Summary-wise, you've got to definitely look for leading features, enterprise-grade features, professional-grade features, as well as control. There's absolutely no reason why, as a professional firm, you don't have complete control over the resources around. Last but not least, pricing should not be out of the ballpark. It should be affordable. So, with respect to some of the, if you were to take a look at it in terms of servers, this is essentially what you would see. So, competitive pricing, all of these features and all of the professional grade capabilities absolutely need to be priced in a way that is not easy to implement. Any questions?